The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, also like the Pokédex heights are pretty big. For example, I believe like Infernape is around like 3 feet or something like that.
Yeah, most Pokemon are relatively short. So
Like I can't imagine it. I imagine like a big fiery monkey around like 5'7" or something like that around my height, and
Mhm.
it's 3 feet tall. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
you're not that intimidating at all.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, using only the green color highlighter.
It's me, Fran. I didn't have enough money to buy another one.
So, hello, everyone. As you could probably tell by the title of the episode and the description and all of that stuff, this is not a normal episode. This is a special episode. Yay!
Yay!
Insert loud noises here.
Insert Kermit swinging his arms back and forth.
Yeah, insert the Kermit meme here. We are here joined with one of our fan favorites, Fran, the favorite.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm a fan favorite, but I'm a fan. That's for sure of the show. So you got that right.
Yeah. So he, along with a few others, won the special giveaway for Arc 2 of guesting on the show, and we are finally getting around to do it. It's totally not been like 7 years or anything since I actually announced that, but no, it
No,
that long.
it was like yesterday or something.
It was literally yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. No, we're just waiting forever to release it. Anyway, so the
I mean,
idea about
I believe that it's going to be like shorter the wait, like the day, than the episode that is going to be actually released. So
see, here's the fun thing. While we were recording this today, I actually do not know when these are going out because the vast majority of episodes, beyond the fact that they go in a specific order, I have no idea when they come out. So they're eventually going to be out there. That's all we can confirm. So the structure of this is pretty straightforward. Fran, with my help, has created a character that we're just going to explore their endeavors in the Alchas region. Before we actually begin, rather than doing a history lesson, since there is no history to go back on, Fran, you want to take some time to talk about your character? Who are they? What type of skills do they have? Their moves and types and all that sort of stuff. A little bit of background, stuff like that.
Alright, so my character is called Joe. He's a Nuzleaf, and he grew up as a Seedot. He was like pretty bullied in school because he wasn't able to do many normal tasks because the lack of arms or something like that, and he was very picked on. And he later evolved into a Nuzleaf, and people were like turned into a 180, and people were scared of him because how he turned out. He was like pretty aggressive because of that, and people were like addressing it because of his dark type. But he never intended to be like that, and he's actually looking forward to becoming a police officer, and he's going to be enrolled in the police academy in like couple weeks from in the future or something like that, pretty soon. And he's pretty nervous, so he's trying to go to seek some help from a distant relative of him. As for an ability, he has pickpocket that helps if he's hit by a physical move. He may steal or disarm the foe that it hits from. And foremost, he has Razor Leaf, Foul Play, Air Cutter, and Swagger. He looks like every other Nuzleaf. I guess he has like some kind of like a vest, like a leather vest, in order to distinguish or wear clothes or something like that. But that's pretty much about it.
He's got the anime protagonist hair, so that you know which character is the anime protagonist.
I mean, have you seen like the Nuzleaf leaf? It's pretty much a pompadour.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's a great character description. Definitely get some backstory on who Joe is. Let's see. I think we can go into the episode. Is there anything else that you think needs to be brought up?
Not right now.
Cool. So, without further ado, we can dive on in.
Ooh.
He said the line. He said
Yeah, he
He
did
said
it
the line.
in roll credits. Start the outro music.
Hello, welcome to the episode. Let us zoom in on a random day of the year. There was a day in my head, but I'm not 100% sure if it fits in with the plot, so I'm staying a random day of the year. And we zoom in to a boat that is traveling across the water, unsurprisingly. While we zoom in, we see a few different characters walking around, talking around, one of them being a Nuzleaf. Shockingly enough, this is Joe the Nuzleaf. As you are traveling to visit your, I believe it's uncle?
Yeah.
Or, yes. Visiting your uncle. Now, are you doing anything interesting on the boat? Or are you just kind of waiting? Do you enjoy boat trips?
If I believe this is going to be like my first like long boat trip, so he might be a little bit nauseous trying to get used to it. He might look
You're a little
bit
seasick.
more, a little bit more pale than usual, or like grabbing. I can see him like resting on a wall with one hand, trying to get some balance from the moving ship.
Sure. So yeah, as you're holding on to the rails of the ship, kind of just like I did not sign up for this. Oh my gosh, the trip being a trip. As you sign up for it, you see behind you a Wingull kind of tap you on the back and be like, "It'll be okay. I'll be okay. If you want to wait inside, it might be better inside as opposed to out here."
Yeah, sure. And he just tries to get out of the rails, like a little bit like regretting it a little bit, and just try to walk as balanced as possible, but failing miserably. Almost like he's about to fail permanently, and try
Okay,
to go inside.
Roll dexterity, I guess. So that'll be cool.
Okay.
So the way that it rolls is a d20 plus your modifier.
Oh, that's a great start. So I rolled a 3 plus 2 is 5.
Okay, that's not great. So as you start to walk into the inside of the ship, the ship kind of bounces on a wave, and as it bounces on a wave, you kind of just front flip into the the inside of the ship. I can see you just like tumble in.
Yeah.
So great start to the ship. But you're mostly unscathed, just kind of like annoyed as the Wingull kind of flies towards you and is like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I just like to use rollout, that's it.
Okay. As long as you're okay, I'll go attend to the other guests. And the Wingull goes out of the room that you're in right now.
Yeah, go for it. And he's going to like wave him off, like try to be tough, but he doesn't look like.
Yeah. But yes, you are. Yeah, so you're back inside. You almost like stumbled down the steps, basically, is what I'm picturing. But you're back inside the ship. It is a little bit better inside. At least you're not feeling as nauseous right now. But you are continuing on your trip to visit your uncle. Is there anything that you're interested in doing on the ship?
What kind of other passengers are in the ship?
Sure. So as you're exploring as you're looking around on the ship, you see a few Pokemon from a variety of different levels of wealth, I guess. There are some Pokemon that are on this. First question: are you going to be on one of the upper classes or the lower classes?
No, the lower ones. Yeah.
Okay. So on your class, you see, let's see, what's some couple of random Pokemon that I can think of. There's a Krogunk, for example, that's on your floor. There's a Pawniard on your floor as well. It seems like the ship isn't as populated as it normally is. You got in on a good day. But yeah, so there's Krogunk, Pawniard. One of the higher class Pokemon is a Bibarel.
Nice. Every bar is a higher class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question as well. And I understand that with a limited amount of information, you're not exactly. You can sort of pick wherever you want. But where in the Alchas region do you think you are from? Are you from close by or far away? Because currently, with the map that you're not able to see as of yet, at this point, that your location is at the very top of the island in the Lux region, which we are low-key hiding it for all of you people that are watching, but you'll figure it out eventually. So you're from the island that you're heading to is in the Lux region. Are you also from the Lux state, or are you from like a faraway state nearby?
I guess I'm from like a place that is like kind of or a forest or a jungle. I don't know if the island somewhere like that, and it's going to be pretty far from the destination.
Sure. So I think that actually fits the Natura region. So a little bit higher up from where Ralph and Kyle are, from Thunder Tree City, there is a city a couple of miles or kilometers or units away called Kukui City. And in Kukui City, it is much more foresty than Thunder Tree City. It is almost like what's the one Hoenn City with the everything in tree houses and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It's almost like that as a city.
The one with the Winona's gym.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing that city to be more of a it'll be more of like a foresty city. So you're probably from there as you travel to our undisclosed location. Not sure why I'm hiding it as of that much, but let's see. So there's the Krogunk, the Pawniard, Bibarel, and a few other Pokemon that are on your trip. Cool. So besides people watching, are you doing anything else?
Not that much. I guess I'm going to approach the Pawniards and introduce myself.
Sure. So you walk over to the Pawniard. You walk over to the Pawniard, who looks to be almost like stretching themselves out in a way. Like it looks like they've finished doing a very difficult task and they're just kind of like, oh, I cannot wait to get back home. That sort of feel.
So just see him like stretching, and he's going to approach him approach them, and say, hey, so are you like some kind of athlete or something that you are just stretching?
I actually have to check. Is Pawniard gender neutral? No, it's got 50-50. Okay. So the Pawniard turns to you, and and this Pawniard is a female, by the way.
Okay.
She turns to you and goes,
yeah. No, I'm actually a part of the Boulder Stars. Sorry.
Oh. So you're part of the rescue teams, like expedition thingy.
Yeah, I was actually in near Kukui City. I don't know if you're from there.
Yeah, I'm from there. So
perfect. Yeah, I was in the
area helping out with the task.
Have you got the chance to visit what could it be, like a landmark from there?
What type of landmarks do you think Kukui City would have?
All I could think of is like a giant tree, like like a big deco tree that have like very like. But that's what's about like a mushroom garden?
Is that what you're thinking of? Mushroom? I know what a mushroom garden is. I'm not sure if that's what you're.
Yeah, like the one in like Sword and Shield, like before the. Oh, you said you didn't play it. Like
I sort of think I know what you're talking about though.
mhm. So
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying there's like a giant mushroom in Kukui City?
yeah, a giant mushroom like with different like that glows like different kind of colors, going from purple to pink, some variants from that, almost
Okay.
like a nightstand, but gigantic.
Sure. So you're bringing this up as conversation, I suppose. So yeah, so as you bring up the giant mushroom, she's like,
Mhm.
yeah. I actually, I was over there, working with the, the academy nearby.
Oh, in-
I was assisting the teachers with some plans for lessons and for new recruits and stuff like that. Because not everybody can join a rescue team, but if you can join a police academy, you're still helping out your community.
interesting. So what he looks like, kind of like very intrigued of what he has said, like very like shocked and intrigued. So he's going to ask, so what exactly were you like helping about?
It seems they're bringing in some recruits in a couple of
Mhm.
weeks, and so I was interested in they were interested in me helping out and helping with their program. So like the type of things that you're gonna learn over the first 3 months, 6 months, so on. Just how to structure everything.
Mhm.
So I was helping out with that, and then there were a few minor scrupples that came up that I was able to deal with.
Oh, if let me just say, just out of curiosity, because I have nothing to do with it, but and he's going to like a little bit fluster, and
Okay.
so it's gonna say, so what kind of like program were you like discussing? I mean, if you might not tell me, that's okay.
You are trying to get something out of the Poniard.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you to roll your cute to try to like. This would either be deception or persuasion. Either way,
Okay.
they both fall under cute.
That's a 10.
Okay, a 10 is a mixed success.
Okay.
So, they'll give partial information or
Okay.
try to be like, "Are you sure?" Well, I can't exactly give all the information away, but I can tell you that I was helping out with the obstacle course. That's going to be the very first task. It's going to be the thing that roots out a lot of people, at least according to what the advisors say. If you're not able to go through the obstacle course properly, you got no chance of being able to move on to the next rounds.
Interesting. Yeah. Sounds like pretty normal stuff for me. Like, in order to be a policeman, you have to be like kind of fit, right? And he's going to start like laughing a little bit nervously.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Sure. So the Poniard, I feel like the Poniard just kind of gives you a look like, huh? Okay.
So, what do you say is going to be like the toughest thing about that obstacle course? Like climbing, or crouching under wires?
I'm gonna have to ask you to roll again. Same thing, cute. But you are trying to get more information.
Yeah. So I rolled a 6.
6. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be a fail. So here's how I will say. She kind of looks to the left and looks to the right, and just about when she's about to explain what it is, ding ding ding, we have arrived at Briny Breeze Island. Oh,
She-
well, we're here. Sorry, I can't tell you. Bye.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Bonnier bounces off.
He's going to stay in his place for a couple seconds, a little bit too much, and he's going to mutter himself, dang it was so close. Try to collect his stuff and exit the boat.
Okay. Welcome, as we have said many times on the show, to Briny Breeze Island, home of the world's greatest brine, greatest breeze, and greatest island that you will ever see. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll go to a different
An
island.
impromptu courthouse outside in the beach.
Yeah, as you exit the beach, you see a court case going on between some defendant and some prosecution. You're not sure who it is. There's a few Pokemon there. Nobody that you're able to recognize.
Okay. I'm going to watch it there, look it a little bit quizzically, and say, this is a weird place to have it there, and just keep on going inside town.
And as you enter the town for Briny Breeze Island, you are in Briny Breeze Island. I know I said that multiple times, but guess what? This is Briny Breeze Island. So now that you are here, who are you visiting? I think we can reveal who you're visiting.
Yeah, so I'm visiting my uncle Sangus that has recently retired and decided to spend his life here, called Fran.
Wow, that's crazy. That's almost like your name. What a
Yeah.
wild concept. So we're gonna go visit Uncle Fran, who lives. I assume you know where Fran lives.
He decided to buy a cottage outside the town a little bit near the beach, but in a little bit more of a rural area rather than the much more like urban city. Like
Sure. Okay. So as you exit the boat, you see the court case going on, whatever that's going is. Something's happening there
Yeah.
anyway. As you exit out, yes, you start heading to basically you take a sharp turn at the right, the opposite direction of the court case, and just keep walking because you know eventually there's going to be a cottage that is your old Uncle Fran's. So yeah, keep walking, and sure enough, you see a very nice, almost like a beach house in a way, that you know is your Uncle Fran's. So, ta-da, you're here.
So I guess I'm going to start knocking the door.
All right, you knock a couple times, and then coming to your door is Fran, the Zangoose, and this is going to be fun. Now, we can do one of two things here. Since Fran is your character, if you would like to control Fran the Zangoose, you can. It will be chaotic, but I think it would be very entertaining on my end. Now, granted, I'm also not doing any of the work, but it would be very funny to see Fran talking to Fran about Fran and Joe Fran. Like,
the thing is also like you are the voice actor guy, so I guess what I can do is tell you the line and you act the line, and then it's going
That
to
would
be a
be
mess
chaotic,
in
yeah.
order to edit it. But
yes, that could work. However, I'm speaking for future me and saying I don't
Yeah.
know if future me is interested in editing that much.
yeah, no, I have complete trust in you controlling me.
Okay. In that case, I don't think Fran is like an older Zangoose. Okay, so I have like an older retired Zangoose. The problem is that normally I write down notes for what the voices are for different characters.
Okay.
But for some reason, I don't have the voice for Fran. I think that we finished that part of the arc before I started creating this document. So I don't have voice. So Fran's voice is going to be very different than this from Arc 2's. However, it's going to be around the ballpark.
Yeah.
Cool. So you open the door and you see good old Fran the Zangoose. It's like, oh, that's not close at all. What am I doing? Like,
Maybe a graspier, like lower pitch.
Like, oh, like here or something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
it's Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Hey Grams,
Something
how
like
are you doing? Hey
Oh,
Pops.
nothing. Retirement is just, it's been relaxing. It's been enjoyable. Just chilling on the beach. But come in.
so you enter into the beach house. Fran was a very successful officer in his time. So as you enter in, you see around you like a pretty solid beach house. He has definitely saved up and invested wisely and all that sort of stuff. So you enter into a very nice looking beach house.
He, not gonna lie, like he looks like kind of shocked at how well like decorated his stuff is. Like he imagined that he's going to be like in a very like not that nice of an environment, I guess. Like from the things that he has told the family, but maybe it was like some kind of miscommunication or something like that between everything.
Sure.
He is going to leave like his bag or whatever he's carrying like on one of the couch and sit down and say, wow, you made wonderful with the place.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I was, I didn't spend a lot while I was working because, officers are constantly moving. But
Yeah.
in retirement you can just sit in one place. So I thought to myself, why not just decorate? And well, here we are. It's a very nice looking place indeed. I think got a good deal on it as well. So all pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, you. Wow. So,
But enough about me. Look, I'm old. I can sit back and talk about myself for as long as we want. Joe, how have you been? How's you're starting the academy soon, I believe.
yeah, yeah, in a week or two. It's crazy. I was just in the boat. Not gonna lie, I'm not made out of traveling on boats. Like, the sea and myself isn't very good. It wasn't my best time there. So, but anyway, I managed to meet. I believe she said she was like some part of like Boulder Bolts or an exploration team. I don't remember the
Is it
specific.
the exploration team on the island is the Boulder Stars? Is that it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. It's crazy, but she said that she was helping about something about the program for the academy, and she talked about some obstacle course that says like it's like a pretty huge filter of
Hold
whether
up,
you
hold
make
up.
it.
You said the obstacle course.
Yeah.
That's interesting. They haven't done the obstacle course for years. I wonder
Uh,
why they're bringing it back.
I mean, have you done it? Like, what can you say about it?
Well, the obstacle course used to be a thing that they did for officers. After a certain while, they decided not to do it, which makes it confusing, bringing it back. How would I describe it? Probably the toughest part of the exam.
Oh, yeah, she said the right thing. To you, look, uncle, I'm really like nervous about this. Like, I don't think I'm having like second doubts if I can make it or not. Like, have you seen all the recruits? They are like Growlithe or electric. I'm not like a dog or something that can be suited with stuff like that.
Sure, yeah. No, I understand. I was in a similar boat myself, going up against the back when I was a younger, more spry looking Zangoose, going up against like Rapidash and there was actually a Gabite in my class.
Oh,
That was interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, a lot of tougher, powerful Pokemon that were probably more skilled. But the interesting thing about the police academy is that they don't just test your raw power; they also test, your intellect and how well you can use the skills that you have. Because every Pokemon's got the ability to do something.
Mhm.
Question is whether or not you can tap into it.
Yeah, I just want to help others and defend like others that can't have like that needs and he's going to be like kind of like a little bit grabbing like his knees a little bit tight, a little bit nervous, and he is going to say, I just want to help everyone to make their lives easier and don't have to suffer from many things that could happen to them. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm that ready to take in charge.
No, I understand. It's a stressful job at times, but ultimately, it can be a rewarding one if you do things properly. But your confidence is something that's definitely going to have to boost up. How would we boost up your confidence? Wait a minute, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I met somebody when I came traveling over here. Would you want to go with me to meet him?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Wait, aren't those kids that stole from you and then you had to defend them on court, right?
No, it's not them.
Oh.
They might have left a couple days ago. I remember talking with one of the people on the boat, and they were talking about how the kids had left, chasing after something a couple days ago.
Oh, because if I see them, I don't know if I can handle myself to not have a word about treating you that bad.
No, it's fine. It was all a misunderstanding, and they were successful in being able to find the actual culprit a little bit later. So anyway, regardless of all that, we can go and let's go and see what my one of my friends that I made on the boat. Let's see if he can help you.
Okay.
And so you two head out into the city. So you guys are walking on the beach. Talk about your walk. How do you think your walk is with your uncle? Are you talking about stuff? Are you just exploring? Are you just watching everything?
I guess he's like trying to tell stories about his adventures as a maybe in the academy and followed us after to say some couple examples like how he had to use for a while as his uniform was like pretty damaged as they were fixing it. He had to use like some kind of uniform that the dogs usually wear or something like that, something crazy about that. Are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Oh.
building stats.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to keep on filling? Maybe he.
No, it's fine. I've pretty much got it.
Okay. Maybe he's also like showing different kind of landmarks or something like that. Now that he's a little bit more used to the city and showing me around, like here is like a pretty good restaurant that isn't like that expensive for a beach city, or maybe here is like a goal that when the shore goes down you can find some interesting minerals or something like that.
Cool. Okay. Got it. All right. So as you walk into the city, you see the actual like city itself, and despite being on an island, it has that sort of the way that I've been picturing in my head the entire time is almost like the city in like Wii Sports. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or not Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Wii Fit. Is Wii Fit the one that you can run? Yeah. Like the Wii Fit island where there's like the roads.
The
and all those
Wuhu Island,
buildings.
yeah.
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 Briny Breeze Island is almost sort of like that, and I'm picturing the city very much like that city.
Yeah.
So, as you walk into the city, you see all of the different buildings of the shops and all the Pokemon that are taking care of everything. And you walk past a couple of buildings that you remember Uncle Fran telling you about. Like there's the Boulder Stars building. That's where all the recruits go to if they're members of the Boulder Stars. You pass by a law office. You pass by a couple of other like restaurants and food locations and a recycling center and all that stuff. And then eventually, as you keep going, you reach a newly constructed building. There's no sign or anything on there yet, but it looks like the building's, getting fixed up. And your uncle goes, "All right, this is the place. Let me knock real quick." And you wait a little bit before a Tyrogue pops out. Tyrogue looks over and it's like, "Ow! I don't have a voice for you. Why? That would be my problem." All right, let's go with that. So Tyrogue pops out and is like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? How's it going, man?" It's nothing. Things are going pretty good. This is my nephew over here," and looks to you.
And he's going to raise his hand and start waving, hey, a little bit sheepishly.
"Oh, hey, I'm Felix.
We're opening up a dojo here pretty soon."
A dojo, interesting. Hey, I'm Joe, Fran's nephew.
Shakes hands.
So are you just like visiting for
Giggles? Because I mean, I have some tea in the back if you want to have some.
Sure. I mean, why not? But I really was here for my nephew. He's going to join the police academy in a couple of weeks, and I was interested if you could help him out, give him a couple of lessons or something.
Yeah, sure. And he's like slowly starting to get the drift of his uncle that he said about starting with his confidence.
Oh yeah, sure, not a problem. Yeah, if you wanna come inside.
Yeah, sure. And shall I was going to say, shall I take my shoe off? But I don't. Pokemon doesn't wear shoes.
Yeah, I don't know if shoes are a thing here. They might
Yeah.
be. Like, hey, can I take off my Air Jordans right now? My,
Hey, can
my
I take
Adidas.
my Nikes?
Yeah, exactly. So you walk into the dojo, and it looks like a standard dojo. I mean, with all the different mats everywhere, and the building looks pretty nice. It's very open. Your standard dojo, I suppose. And Felix goes, "Yeah, sorry. This room's all good, but like the rooms in the back aren't completely done yet. We could practice here or go there. It's really up to you."
I mean, you are the dojo master, so you tell me where we should do and what we should do, and then I'll try to keep up.
Okay. So this dojo is gonna be kind of different than
other dojos. This dojo is most dojos will have just the training, like the individual, the sensei that works and training all the Pokemon. But what we want to do is bring the community together to help train other Pokemon to be stronger and more powerful. So what we actually have being built right now is almost like a makeshift mystery dungeon, like a self-contained mystery dungeon.
And he's going to look very puzzle like a mystery dungeon inside the building.
Exactly. It sounds confusing, I know, but think about this. What if you wanted to if you want to train against other Pokemon, you have to either find a Pokemon that you're willing to fight against, but then somebody has to faint, or you'd have to go into a mystery dungeon and go through a bunch of risks or something like that. But what if there were volunteers that were willing to be the helpers in this case, so you could train against them?
Interesting. I'm honestly never heard of something like that, but I'm pretty intrigued. So, what are the rules for this from this mystery dungeon?
So right now, what we don't have the full dungeon aspect of it made, because we've got some people working on how to make a mystery dungeon without having it, basically explode over Briny Breeze Island. That'd be kind of problematic. But what we do have is basically the volunteers. So you could go. We have a basic floor plan, and you can go and explore throughout that specific dungeon. Go against as many Pokemon as you want, and then just kind of leave whenever you feel like you're good. So you can practice against a bunch of Pokemon. Don't worry about fainting them. They're usually they've got a bunch of items and stuff that can help them revive and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about holding back. They'll practice against you, so you can be more defensive. If at any time anything becomes incredibly problematic, this is me basically saying, if you faint, don't worry, we'll just come in and help you out. So it won't be any problems. You won't lose items or be in trouble or anything like that. It's all safe, up in the air type of battle. It's like tournament battles and stuff like that.
Interesting. And he's going to look at his uncle and ask, so what do you say, Pops?
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting idea. Certainly relatively new in these aspects. I've never heard of anything like this. So, yeah. Should we both go? Do you just want to go by yourself? It's up to you.
Maybe let me try going first on my own, just in order to prepare myself for the obstacle course. If this you say is going to help me out for the academy, I try my best in order to complete it.
Yeah. Back in when we used to do the obstacle courses, it was pretty much sort of like a mystery dungeon. So this is a pretty good comparison, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Cool. So the way that it'll work is you'll enter in. It'll just be one floor. It won't be as large as some other mystery dungeons or anything like that. So kind of explore, find as many wild Pokemon as you want, and at any point, if you feel like you're done, you're good with training or anything like that, you can always come over back, and we'll continue from there.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And he's trying to hype himself up.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just enter in that door, and at any point, he gives you a little like a walkie-talkie almost. He gives you this, and basically, at any point, if you feel like jumping out, just call on that. We'll bounce. We'll end the mystery dungeon aspect of it and bring you out.
Okay, sure. And he's going to take it and put it in his bag.
Okay.
And
cool. And you enter in.
Yeah.
So you walk into the door, and everything seems to be pitch black as you enter in. And then the lights switch on. You turn around, there's no door behind you. You've basically been tossed in the middle of a mystery dungeon.
Okay, this is definitely some gritty thing. He's going to think for himself. And start walking inside to the center of the room, I guess. Start
Okay. So you continue walking to the center of the room. We're not gonna do a dice movement game based on my initial idea of this. But as you walk towards the center of the room, you start to hear noises around.
I try to look to the direction of the noises that I hear and try to slowly approach it.
Okay. Make a beauty roll. This is for perception.
No, never mind. Forget what I said. Just forget it. I wrote a 5.
Okay. You look at you look in that direction, but you're not able to see anything, and then you hear a noise behind you.
I slowly turn my head around, a little bit nervous.
You turn around, you don't see anything behind you, and then you hear a noise behind you now.
At this point, like, Joe is freaking out, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And try to take like a deep breath and turn around again.
When you turn around again, you see this time there is a Pokemon there. It is a Purloin, and it looks ready to attack.
Okay, I tried to say, "Oh, I'm a little bit caught off guard," and said, "Oh, yeah, right, battling," and try to get a
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
yeah, and try to get a defensive position.
Okay, and with that, we will roll initiative. So initiative is D speed, so whatever your speed is currently, based off of that.
So, oh yeah, right. Let me see. My speed is 13 right now.
Sure. So
Yeah.
roll a D13.
Oh, I did it wrong. Just a second. I put roll 13's D1s instead of roll 1.
That was.
That's an 11.
And
Out of
my Purloin
13.
rolled a 2.
Okay.
So you will be going first. Because we're focusing solely on the battles things, we didn't develop IQ skills or anything like that. But also, you're in here to train. You're not in here to fight for your life or anything like that. So this is basically just going to be a battle between us two. A nice, calm, coordinated battle while we try to figure out who's surviving. You know, normal stuff.
Yeah, pretty normal stuff. So I
Yep.
guess he's going to be like looking at it, say, "Okay, show me what you got," and he's going to use Swagger.
Okay. So Swagger, does Swagger have an accuracy roll?
Oh yeah, it says 9. So what do I roll?
The ACC is 9.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, so you're gonna roll a D20, and you have to beat whatever that is. So in this
Okay.
case, beat a 9.
And I rolled a 7.
Okay, so Swagger does not hit.
Okay.
So as you try to enact your Swagger, I suppose, the Purloin seems unfazed, and so that'll be the end of your turn.
Okay.
So Purloin goes to you and goes,
So, I think we should try to make sure that we have a nice coordinated battle here. No same type tricks.
and goes for Torment.
Oh.
So that hits. As a result, while it does not do damage, you cannot use the same move in a row. So at this point, you cannot use like the same move over and over again. You have to switch them around constantly.
Okay. Interesting. So as he fell down, he realizes what's going on. Said, "Okay, you wanna play like that? Sure, I can play like that." And he's going to use foul play.
Okay.
And ACC is 6, and I rolled a 9.
Yep, that means it'll hit. So you're going to roll the damage dice in this case. Well, okay. First off, is there an effect for foul play?
Yeah, user. I need to open first in order to read better. User's force attack. It says because I use.
Oh, I think it's instead of subtracting defense, you're subtracting my attack.
Okay.
I think that's how foul play works in the game.
Okay. Yeah. It says-
So yeah, so you're gonna roll your damage dice.
Damage dice is 3d8 plus 10 because it's a power of 10.
Yep. So go ahead and roll 3d8 plus 10.
Okay. Let me find another d10 because I wasn't.
It's 3d8, correct?
Yeah, 3d8.
Yeah, so 3d8s.
So 10 plus 10 is 20.
Okay, so that'll be 20. Now, is foul play a physical or special move?
It's
category.
physical.
Okay, so 20 plus your attack.
Okay,
Your current
that's
attack.
17.
So 20 plus 17.
Yeah. So
right,
37 minus your
7.
attack.
Yeah, in this case, because it's foul play, that'll be 37 minus my attack. I do need to check what is Dark's effectiveness on. So Dark on Dark is half effective. So how much damage was it before my subtraction of attack? It's 37.
37, yeah.
Right. 37 minus my attack, and then cut in half.
Mhm.
Okay, So you hit Purloin pretty hard. Purloin bounces back. It's like, okay, that seems interesting. Very, very. Let's try a Fury Swipes. And this is fun because it's Mystery Dungeon, so you know how Fury Swipes goes
Yeah.
in Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
So, so I'm going to roll a d4 plus 1 to see how many. No, my mistake. I've messed this up. So I'm going to roll my accuracy roll. My accuracy roll is a 10. So I'm going to roll that 5 times. And then however many times it hits, I do damage based on that.
Okay.
So, d20, I have to beat a 10. So I have hit 3 times. So I am going to do 1d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Do that 3 times. So it's the same thing as 3d6 plus 9. So that'll be... so what is your defense?
My defense is 14.
So you're going to take 18 damage.
Yikes.
I am assuming you're still standing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty big hit, however.
Yeah. So Purloin jumps at you, scratches you 3 times before you finally get the mindset of like, wait, I should be dodging. Dodge. And it is now your turn again. A reminder, Torment is in effect, which means you cannot use whatever move you used last turn.
Yeah, I believe it was foul play, yeah. So, I guess I'm going to use Raise Relief for that.
Okay.
As she's really close to me. And ACC 7, and I rolled a 9 again.
That'll
so,
hit.
Yeah,
Yep.
that will hit. So 2d6 plus 8. And almost max damage, 11. So 11 plus 8 is 19. Plus 17 is 36.
Okay, 36 minus... This is a special move, correct?
No, physical.
Oh, it's just physical move? Okay.
Yeah.
So, because you are so close to the Purloin, you do your Razor Leaf right in front of Purloin. She gets hit by the Razor Leaves and then falls down fainted. Yay!
Yay!
You win the fight.
I guess he's going to, as he noticed that they were knocked out, he's going to offer a hand in order to get them up. Try to thank you for the battle, I guess.
Sure. So Purloin, as she's falling down, eats something, gets her back up into full health. And Purloin just kind of nods to you as you help her up, and still like, "That was a good battle. That was a good fight. This was the voice I gave the Purloin. Yes, that was a good fight."
Thank you. You were really good as well.
So as a result of beating this Purloin, you gain 36 experience points. So you can add that to your current experience.
Yeah. Is my health the same, or
it is whatever it's been modified to. So,
okay.
Based on that, after this fight, would you like to do another fight, heal up, or
I'll try to. I have an Oran Barrel with me. I think I'm going to use one.
Okay.
So that's a 4. Something is something. So I'm at 21 now. So I guess I'm going to start walking to the next room, I guess. Is it there?
Sure. So you continue to walk around, basically looking for someone else to go up against. And I'm going to roll a dice to see who you go up against. You go up against Arceus. There you go. Good luck.
God was put in front of me and said, "Let's fight, kid."
So the Pokemon that comes up is a Shroomish.
Oh, for a moment I thought you were going to say you are going to face a Kecleon. And it was like, no.
You're going to face the Kecleon, specifically the Kecleon. Dun dun. No, but it is Shroomish, yes.
Okay.
So the initiative begins. So go ahead and roll initiative.
That's a 4.
Okay. My Shroomish rolled a 6, so Shroomish will go first. So my Shroomish, let's see. So Shroomish kind of nods to you to say good battle, and will go for a headbutt. That will hit barely. I got a 7. It had to beat a 6, but let's see. Okay, so I'm going to roll my power. So that's 2d6 plus 10. So what is your physical defense?
14.
You said 14?
Yeah.
So you're going to take 16 damage.
Ouch.
On top of that, I'm going to roll to see if you are flinched. That is a no, so you are not flinched.
Oof. That was a pretty big hit for Joe. Like he's like
Yeah.
kneeling down and said, "Oh yeah, this is a really tough dungeon." uh, he's trying to get some space between them and trying to use air cutter
Okay.
to, I guess, lower it away a little bit.
Sure. I understand. Yeah.
That's almost a crit, an 18,
Oh, yeah.
because air cutter can crit in 19 as well.
So close to that.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious if this entire podcast has been Ralph trying to focus energy his way to a 19 crit, and you just naturally get a 19 crit.
I mean, I have two
but
mobs that crits in 19, so
Oh yeah, so you definitely have a shot. But so 18 does hit. So go ahead and roll the damages.
so it's 2d6 plus 8 flying damage. So 7 plus my special, right?
Yeah, add that plus if this is a special type move, then go ahead and add your
So
special
it's
attack.
7 plus 8 is 15, plus my special is 9, so that's 24 flying type damage.
Oh wow. This is exactly enough to knock out the Shroomish after the modified for flying damage. So you kind of bounce back as you get hit by this hard headbutt. Go ahead and describe to me how you one-hit KO this Shroomish.
So after being headbutt in the gut, he's like trying to. He gets on his knees and say, "Okay, I really need to improve if I want to make it." And slowly starts like standing up and starts like forming like some wind around him, and then he like claps in front of the Shroomish, and like blades of wind starts like going in front of the Shroomish, flying
Yeah, so you
its
just
way.
slice, whoosh, and the Shroomish flies off and faints, which means that you have won this battle as well. That was a lot closer one because of the.
Yeah,
the
I
big
am at
headbutt.
5, so yeah.
So you gain 36 experience for this one as well.
That's 72. Okay.
Cool. Now I ask, you can heal up if you'd like, based off of the stuff that you have with you, or you can wave the white flag and say, "I'm good."
He's going to eat the last 2 berries and said, "Okay, one more time.
Okay.
So 2d8. Sorry. And that's a 7 total, so I am at 12. Yeah, I think that's going to be the last one. Either I win or lose.
Okay. You're gonna do one more.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you going again?
Also, are the rooms like themed around something, or is it just like a blank room?
Right now, it's just a blank room.
Okay.
It looks like they're starting to build it. Like you can see paint and wallpaper around. But they haven't gotten to actually it yet.
So it's almost like hospital-wide thing.
Yeah, right now it looks like an incomplete house in
Yeah.
a way, or like a house that you're moving into that hasn't
Yeah.
been lived in before. Of like there's a carpet and the walls, but like nothing really in
Yeah.
there. You enter this next room and you see a Psyduck.
Okay. It's going to say, I guess you're my next opponent.
The Psyduck nods and then roll initiative.
That's a 5. I'm rolling pretty good.
That's a 2. So yes. So you will get to go first.
Okay. He's going to go for a razor leaf.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
So that's going to be a no. A big no with a 3.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so your razor leaves, you start summoning these leaves and start
Yeah.
chucking them at Psyduck, and Psyduck in a flurry of dexterity dodges them all.
Almost
Psyduck doing
Matrix
backflips
style.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Psyduck dodges them all and then looks back up at you. What will Psyduck do? Let's find out. Psyduck is going to go for confusion.
I'm immune.
Yes, Psyduck's going to try it anyway.
Okay.
I'm unlike I am approaching this like mystery dungeon.
Okay.
So there are
it's
two different
like-
types of
yeah.
foes. There's the foes that have no idea what's going
Yeah.
on, and there are foes that do know what's going on.
Yeah.
Since they're trying to emulate
Mhm.
mystery dungeons, they're gonna do the no idea what's going on.
Okay.
And I just roll to see what move they
Mhm.
do. So goes for confusion. Does it hit? It doesn't even hit, so it doesn't even matter. So Zydek just tries to like start building up the confusion and then just start blinking like, wait a minute, maybe this isn't a good idea. And then Zydek ends its turn. So it is now your move again.
One question: am I still under the effect of torment, or
No,
was
you're not.
ended? Okay, I'm going to try another razor leaf.
All right, wind up those leaves and
Oh, still, it's either very high or very low, not in the middle. 17.
17 does hit.
Okay.
So yeah, you send out these leaves and start chucking them at Psyduck. What's your damage roll?
So it's 2d6 plus 8. So 7 plus 8 is 15. Plus my attack is going to be 17. It's going to be 32 gross damage, right? So-
Okay, yeah. So that unsurprisingly obliterates this Psyduck into the next dimension, and you win this fight as well.
Nice. I'm going to guess 36 again.
This one is 26.
Okay. So 98.
So at this point, I ask
Mhm.
one more fight or call it a day.
Okay. So yeah, let's go one more fight. Let's go with the bang.
Cool. All right, let's see who you fight against. Okay, this will be interesting. This is actually a somewhat balanced fight, maybe. So out comes out a Teddy Ursa.
Sorry. What were you saying?
Out comes a Teddy Ursa.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still continuing to fight, correct?
Yeah.
All right, then we will roll initiative.
So it's Teddy Ursa. Interesting. Yeah, that's a 3. I have.
Guess what I got? A 2. Let's go.
Let me tell you, I have like recorded all my speed rolls are 11, 4, 5, 3. It's like
It's slowly
it's
heading
worse.
downwards.
Yeah.
I think this roll is a 2. I'm pretty sure the last one was a 2 as well. So
Yeah.
fantastic.
So I guess I'm starting. I'm going to try Swagger again. Say, okay, show me what you got.
Okay.
And I make it today, 15.
Sweet. So can you inform me what the effect of swag?
So the foe is confused, but the attack is +4.
+4 to attack, and I am now confused. Okay. So the effect of confusion for the people listening at home. I am confused for D6 turns. I'm gonna roll that. I only get to know how long confusion. I as the DM, not I as the character. Get to know how long the confusion lasts. Each time I roll confusion, I roll dice when I attack. If the result is even, I get to roll for accuracy. If the attack is odd, I roll damage against myself. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it is my turn. I am confused. So I am going to go. Let's see. What are you going to do? So you are going to go for a lick. Okay, that'll be not very effective, but something at least. So you go for lick. Now I first see if I hit myself.
Mhm.
It is even, which means I will not hit myself. Now I
Okay.
roll for accuracy. That is a 4, which means it misses. So here we are.
Nice.
So Teddy Ursa charges at you, thinking that it'll hit, but you just kind of like, nope.
It's running with the tongues out, trips himself, and just
Yeah. Basically, just looks back up like, okay, where are you now?
okay. Let me do another foul play. Okay, now that the attack is up. Yeah, that meets. That's a 10 for an accuracy of 6. So it's
If it meets, it fails.
no, it's
beat.
sorry. It's a 10 for the accuracy of 6, so it hits.
Oh, okay, 10 beats it.
Yeah.
Okay, that is, yeah.
So let me roll 3d8 plus 10. So that's 22 plus. Wait, one second. If the attack is up, doesn't mean like when you calculate the defense, you're resting the attack because it's based on the attacks of the.
That's a good question. Let me look that up. Actually, how does that work
Because
in the
it's,
game?
I believe you did it wrong before because it says it uses a false attack. So I guess it's your modifier instead of mine. So it's
Oh,
22
might
plus your attack minus your defense.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, I believe
Oh,
so.
that is how it works. Oh, okay. Oh, in that case, then you actually have a strategy like built into your Pokemon of like I swagger them to boost their attack.
I
and
mean,
then use their attack against them.
it's a pretty normal strategy, but I guess
Sure,
it
sure.
works.
But I
for
mean,
the-
compared to the other strategy of most of my Pokemon of just, ooh, this move is more hittier. Like,
Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to use this combo when I planned it because I said foul play sounds something that Joe would have as a dark type, like trying to be a little sneaky or something like that in order to control the situation. And Swagger
sure, yeah,
try to confuse the foul, so I guess it works.
yeah. So foul play is so. How much was your damage roll then?
The damage roll was 22.
22 plus my attack, and then minus my defense.
Yeah, and I believe dark and normal is
It's neutral against each
yeah,
other.
it's neutral.
So that does the damage, and you knocked Teddiursa out.
Wow.
It actually would have made a difference. Had you not swaggered, Teddiursa would still be up. So that was actually a successful like implementation of the strategy.
Nice. So I guess he's going to try to pick him up. Said, "Okay, I think I'm I'm done with the
That's 36 experience, by the way.
nice." So it's going to be yeah. Okay, I
Oh.
got it.
I feel like Joe's almost like, wow, I did that.
Yeah,
Just like looks behind the sea of bodies.
He's like pretty confused and said it's still like in an adrenaline rush because he has suffered some damage as well. So it's like, wait, I managed to beat it? Almost like confused.
It just turns around, you see like a sea of bodies behind you. As you you're like, I am good.
Look at his hands, he's covered in blood, like very good.
Oh, but so we're calling it now. I think for
Yeah.
the fighting side of things. Okay, so you reach into your walkie-talkie and they're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Enough training for today. And all of a sudden, you feel yourself kind of like floating in the air slightly, and then poosh, you zap up and then fall back down. You're now basically staring at the door that you opened to get in.
He's going to fell down into his boat and said, okay, between the boat and this, I'm going to need a rest.
At this though, your uncle Fran goes to you and is like, "Oh my gosh, that was sensational! I was able to see your fights. You were going out there beautifully, man. What are you concerned about?"
Thanks. I mean, it's been a while since I battled, I guess. As weird as it sounds, like I've never had like the need to do it before.
But you were a natural. I mean, half the obstacle course is you basically using your moves to go around, and you were able to use your moves perfectly in there.
Thanks. I guess as he gets up from the ground and starts like scratching the back of his head a little bit, like don't know how to take the compliments, I guess.
Meanwhile, Felix Satiro is like, "Oh my gosh, that was so successful. I mean, you were able to go in there and you fought them off. They were giving you a challenge, but you were still able to win, and everything seemed to be like organized properly. That's crazy. I mean, I can't believe it was as successful as it was. That's awesome. Oh my god." He's more excited about the fact that it was a success for him as opposed to it being a success for you, but is also like, "Oh wow, we did it. We done did it."
I mean, it's pretty understandable. So going to say, yeah, it's. I've never been into a real mystery dungeon, but it looks like it. Also, the first, like the problem, please tell them to appear normally. It scared the crap. It scared me pretty much when I first saw them.
Yeah, Purloin likes to do that. She's a trickster. She is.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a cool thing, but maybe try to order it later in order to have like more of the surprise.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But hey, it was a success. I'm glad to
Yeah.
see that your training paid off. You look stronger. I mean, it looks like you have more experience. Ha 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 ha.
And it's going to be like a little bit of blood is going to come out of the nose because of the wall breaking. It's yeah, I get. No, but seriously, yeah, I looks like it. I think I'm going to say that I think I'm pretty ready for the academy.
Great. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad to hear that your confidence is being built. We can continue to train throughout your time here, and we'll head to the academy, and you can go and be successful there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, it's. I was not gonna lie. When I first meet the ponyard, I was pretty scared because of that. As you said, like that obstacle course. I've never heard of anything like that beforehand. But now that I guess I've stretched a little bit and trained, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to make a really good candidate for the academy at least.
So as we zoom out of this, we see a picturing a montage. We see a montage of Joe training.
We see like the typical Karate Kid of washing it. I guess it is a beach like a surfboard or washing it clockwise, counterclockwise.
Yeah, we just get a bunch of montage moments of Joe
Yeah.
in the training, just being like, you know, some awesome fight music is in the
Mhm.
background right now. But we get a montage of moments like this, and then we flash forward to you're about to leave,
Yeah. Well, I guess it's going to be like a week or something, or maybe a little bit more, and
something
the
like that. Yeah.
like the exam is about to be in a couple days, so it's going to say well, he's going to be like I guess they are going to be like in the port or something for the
Sure, I
boat
can see
back.
that. Yeah.
So he's going to stand there with his things inside and say, well, I this was pretty educational and pretty fun, honestly. Like you helped me a lot, Uncle. I'm never going to forget that.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad to see that you were able to be successful, and it was nice, not just to meet you, but also not just to meet you. You've probably met before. Not just to see you again, but to help you out in any way that you can. I'm glad to see that you're more confident, you feel stronger, you
Mhm.
look stronger.
Yeah,
So I think you'll be perfectly successful. You've got this.
thank you. It means a lot from you. And I guess he's going to be give it a big heart and starts like boarding the boat.
Okay. You start boarding the boat, and as you leave, you see your uncle waving you goodbye and all that fun stuff.
Mhm. And I guess I wave goodbye as well when outside, like the boat. I don't know the specific name, but you know the typical
Neither
scene
do
of
I.
waving goodbye as the boat starts like going away, and then as soon as he's pretty much very deep inside the sea, he's going to grab the rails again, feeling nauseous.
And we end with the picture that we saw when we came in. Nuzleaf grabbing the rails, praying to all the gods above that they do not throw up on the boat.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that, I think, ends the special episode. At least this first part. We might come back. Honestly, this was such an interesting concept. I might call you back to see how the exam works.
Okay,
sometime in the
yeah,
future.
sure.
Sounds like, because this seems like a really cool story to come back to later.
Yeah, not gonna lie, like I'm pretty excited. I had a lot of fun. Like I had a blast here. I'll be always like open for more shenanigans with Joe.
Yeah, such a cool character as
Yeah.
well. And I, so like I say before, all the special episodes and most of the time throughout the actual show, a lot of the show is just improv. Very few ideas are actually built out, and most of the ones that are built out are sort of just vague ideas that I really want to do, and then try to bring them in and then actually expand on them as we go along throughout the adventure. So, like I said before this episode began, I walked into it without really much of an idea of what we were going to do, and we came out of it with not just the Joe story and the arc and stuff like that, but we had more interest on who Fran was. Felix was on the boat when Ralph and Kyle came initially as like a throw-off character. They have more backstory. We basically introduced like the dojos, like the Marowak dojo and Makuhita dojo in this universe as well, which is also really cool.
I mean, Ralph also
like
did the dojo with a sock, I guess. That learned.
Yes. That was more of the classic dojo type of style. But the fact that we have like the you can train in the mazes. And, build that. We sort of we brought that little nugget in that will maybe turn out to be important later on. We'll see.
Oh, interesting. Like the foreshadowing. But
I mean, no, I really like to reuse characters, and
Yeah.
reuse ideas. So that's why I brought in like not just you brought in Fran, but I also brought in Felix, who was in here once. The other special episodes have other characters that are brought in throughout the show.
Nice.
And fun stuff like that. So it's building plot points for the future that I can always bring back or like toss in this random claim. Like maybe you'll see Ralph and Kyle just like reading the newspaper and saying, Briny Breeze Island Dojo, a full success or something.
Yeah, or maybe they can encounter some police guy that isn't a dog.
They'll encounter a non-dog police officer.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my intents in order to create these two characters were to say there aren't only Growlithe and Electrike.
Yeah. Oh man. But that does end this episode. Thank you very much, Fran, for joining me today. I'm glad that we were able to expand on this and add more plot stuff to the story. I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you. No, yeah, I had a blast. Thank you for having me. It was a blast, as I said. And I still can't believe like I have recorded something for a podcast, especially like one that is so special for me. And it's like I've said it a couple times, but what you guys do, it's wonderful. Like you managed to capture the concept of mystery dungeons, and it's amazing. Like it's like capturing a thunder or a lightning bolt in a battle. Like
I appreciate that. While we're ending this off, Fran, if you have anything you want to promote, like where people can find you, or if there's anything that you're interested in promoting, you can promote it now.
I guess I go with Magician Tronic and both Twitter, and I sometimes stream on Twitch. I haven't done it lately, but hey, maybe today or in a couple days or whenever this comes around, I'll be able to just jump in and have some fun playing some video games.
Yeah, absolutely. So check it out if you haven't already. Hopefully I remember to put the links in the description or in the show notes, however it's called. So check out Fran if you haven't already. With that being said, I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself.
And I've been Fran.
And until next time, everyone, take care.
See ya.
He's got a boat. Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, and thank you for listening to this special episode, part of our 1-year anniversary of Not a Scratch. Be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends. As mentioned previously, we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary of the show. We've got a year's worth of content just waiting to be discovered, and you can help grow the show to bigger and better heights. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch and have a bunch of awesome people that have joined. Join to help build the Not a Scratch community. We want to thank GlitchX City and Tabletop Audio for their music throughout this episode. If you'd like to check out their amazing music, please click their links in the description below. We also want to shout out our patrons. We at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future, including early access to episodes, special behind-the-scenes looks at what goes into the game, special newscasts from the Alchas Region, and more. You'll also be recognized during the show. Thank you to our guild interns Ginny, Harper, Fuego, Alchemage, and Ursa93, and thank you to our guild master Eli. For more information, check out the links in the episode description or contact us on Discord or Twitter. Once again, thank you for listening to our special episode. Until next time, everyone, take care.